We'll start recording. So you're on record. Okay, good afternoon once again. Let's get started. Today we have very, very interesting show. Of course, welcome everyone. And today we're going to be talking about one, the Ubrica basics as we have done before. And number two, we shall talk about Etherflyer and of course how to trade on Etherflyer. Etherflyer is a bit complicated. And yes, of course, we said according to numbers 13, 30, we're going to succeed. Why? Because Caleb silenced the people. You know, when Moses was talking, you remember Moses? Moses, the guy who brought people from Israel, and people were weeping and grieving and saying, this is too much, you can't do it. And so Caleb stood and said, silence, silence, people. Yes, we are all able to do it. Okay, let's get up and seize the moment. The moment that now Caleb was talking about, bring it to 2,000, maybe 5,000 years later, is a UBN. And when you are invited to seize the moment, you say, yes, we are able. We are all able. And so that's what I would like you to know, that we are all able. People are still coming in. And I think now we have 5 minutes. And I will, before I invite June to share with us what she has, I want to, the basic discussion today is value proposition of UBN. And I want to remind you all that UBN has two values. One is a utility value. I'm not even sharing my screen. What's up with that? The one is the utility value. The other one is the other one is what? The other one is a commodity value. So I want to invite June to come and give us, and of course, share your screen, June, so we can get started right away. Ms. June Washira, you're okay. Up with your screen.
All right.
Yeah.
Gosh. Oh. Can you see my screen?
You can see your screen, yes. And my camera is falling down. Sitting like, instead of going. Let's get started, June.
Okay. So, my name is Wahito Ashira, and I will be presenting to you the Ubrica project, Decentralized Universal Health, a global health project. It was put together by Susan Joguna, Dr. Masharia, and myself. Ubrica stands for Ustawi Biomedical Research, Innovation, and Industrial Centers of Africa. We created Ubricoin, an ERC20 token, to aid in funding our projects that include Sokojanja, Ubrica Retail Clinical Centers, University Science and Technology Parks, and Biomedical Industrial City. The three main problems in healthcare that we seek to address are the lack of access to care, the low quality of health, and the high cost of healthcare. The first problem is the lack of access to care, where people lack money to pay for access. And people don't go to hospital because they lack money to pay for medical services. The only way this problem can be solved is helping these people make money. Through Ubrica, people can make money on sokojanja.com. It is a decentralized e-commerce platform that seeks to bring the village-level trading into cyberspace. The other problem in lack of access is lack of access to health facilities. Most times, people will take ill. When people take ill, they are put in a position where they need to choose between going to hospital and going to their place of work. The nearest health facility is kilometers away. The solution is to create a center that has a clinic and a retail place. This way, they will not need to choose between getting medical care and going to work. This will be the Ubrica Retail Clinical Center. The second problem is the low quality of healthcare. High quality comes from doing the right things right. There are there is so much information in our learning institutions that does not find its way out of there. This means that if everyone implemented what they learned in the universities, there would be high quality of care. The solution is to use Ubricoin as a low entropy channel to transport high entropy knowledge from the university to the village. The third problem is the high cost of care. High cost of care is due to lack of local manufacturing. All things have to be imported, and the solution is to promote local manufacturing using local knowledge. We have set aside 6 billion UBN for improving the local manufacturing. Our goal is to create sustainable One Health communities. One Health has 3 elements of health production. That is the human health, the animal health, and the environmental health. The element that is missing here is the economic health, which is what we add to help create a functional structure. In the business model, we have a chapter in the community, and the community members are in charge of the chapter. At the center of it, we have the Ubrica Retail Clinical Center that comprises of the clinic, the retail store, and the product value addition center. We will use Ubricoin to channel knowledge from the university, where there is the University Science and Technology Parks, to add value to products, which are then displayed in the retail store and on our online platform, Sokojanja. When a sale is made, a small amount of the proceeds is put in an escrow, which is a pooled smart contract to operate as health insurance. The rest of the proceeds go back to the university and the chapter members. The investment opportunity is that Africa has the highest burden of disease in the world, and Africa would be the frontier for innovation. It has 93% of the global burden of disease lies in Africa. There is high maternal death, high child mortality, low life expectancy, high incidence of infectious diseases and of non-communicable diseases. This graph here shows how Ubricoin has been doing for the past few months, and this shows the return on investment on Ubricoin. And the spikes that you see here it shows the activities of when someone actually bought the Ubricoins, because if one person can buy and make such a spike, try and imagine what would happen if many people bought. That would mean that the price would go up and it would stay up there because people are actively buying the Ubricoin. Kenya is the epicenter for investment. Kenya presents itself as the best country for growth or change that is revolutionary. Most of its population comprises of people below the age of 40, and it is also well known for the highest internet and technology penetration. Some people refer to Kenya as the Silicon Valley of Africa because one of the reasons is because digital money is well understood and there are very many technological inventions that happen, and cryptocurrency in the recent years we have seen that it is well accepted in Kenya. Thank you for listening to me.
Myself, thank you so much, June, and we are going to have Susan teach us all about Etherflyer. Susan, you ready? Yes.
Yes, I'm ready.
Thank you so much, Susan.
Okay, thank you, Daktari, and thank you, June, for the presentation. Today, thank you everyone for joining us. It's an honor to have you here. And today, as I said yesterday, we are going to go through Etherflyer. And Etherflyer is an exchange, for those who are new, it's an exchange for Ubricoin, and we are going to take you through it and how to trade, because we created these sessions to make sure that people know how to trade and that we make Ubricoin active in the market. So I'll just go direct into it. I'll share my screen. Yes, so we said when you're starting to trade, we start on etherscan.io. So what you're going to do, you'll go to your browser and then type etherscan.io. This is the website that will open when you type etherscan.io in your browser. When you get to etherscan.io, you're going to search for UBN, and that will get you to this page. This is the UBN page where all transactions of Ubricoin are recorded, and everything that you need to know about Ubricoin, you can find it here, starting with the price of Ubricoin, going to the total supply and the holders of Ubricoin. And as we keep saying, we have 69,609 addresses, and we want these addresses to increase. That is why we are holding these sessions, to make sure that we increase this number. We want it to, to triple or be more than, just be more than this. Like, we want Ubricoin to be active in the market and to have as many holders as possible. So make sure that you bring your friends, make sure that you tell people that we are holding this training, so that they can also join us, so that we can train them how to trade. So what we are interested in here is the exchanges. Exchanges are markets for Ubricoin, where you can exchange one coin for another. And in this case, where you can exchange Ubricoin for another coin. To start with, when we want to buy Ubricoin, we start by buying ETH from localcryptos.com. Today, I won't take you through localcryptos.com because you have gone through that so many times, and you can find our videos in the Ubricoin channel, YouTube channel. We usually post the videos that we record here on the Ubricoin channel. So if at all you missed a session, you can go back there and find the session that we have done previously, and you can be able to catch up with us if at all you're new. So today, I want us to focus on Etherflyer. Etherflyer is an exchange. We have been doing Finexbox for some time, but today I want us to focus on Etherflyer, UBN ETH. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to click here, UBN ETH market, and this is going to take me directly to the Etherflyer market. And in Etherflyer market, early this week, we created an account, a wallet for Etherflyer, and I told you it is very important for us to, when we want to create an account in Etherflyer, do not import your wallet address to the exchange. What we need to do, we want to create an account in the exchange first, and then we can import that exchange to our wallet, not importing the wallet to the exchange, but rather importing the wallet in the exchange, or the exchange address, to our wallet. And when I mean wallet, it's your personal wallet that is in your phone. That is, it can be Coinomi or it can be Trust Wallet. So be careful. And there is something I was reminded by my colleague June to tell people, when you're trading, do not leave your coins in the exchange. If at all you have bought a lot of coins, make sure to take them away from the exchange, like transfer them to your personal wallet, that is Coinomi wallet and or Trust Wallet, because an exchange, it's not very safe to keep coins for a long time, for a very long time, because we know these exchanges are owned by other people, and sometimes, something may fail or something may go wrong. So it is always safe to keep your coins in your personal wallet, in your phone. So make sure to transfer your coins. When you buy coins, make sure to transfer them from the exchange to your personal wallet. And you can leave a few coins that you may want to trade with, but usually don't leave a lot of coins in the exchanges. So that being said, what I want us to go through today is my assets. I want to show you, because I want to show you how to deposit and withdraw coins in Etherflyer. So what you're going to do, once you are logged in and you have created a wallet, what you do, you click on my assets. When you click on my asset, it takes you to this page where you have your assets, but since I don't have any coins in this exchange, that is why it is not showing anything. But to see coins or to see the names of cryptocurrencies here, I have to uncheck this button which is written hide zero balances. So I'm going to uncheck that. When I uncheck that button, when I uncheck the button, it brings me the coins, and now from there I can be able to search the coin that I want. Like here, I want to use UBN, or I want to interact with UBN. So you can see UBN is here, and now I have an option to deposit or withdraw. To deposit, you just click on deposit. When I click on deposit, you can see here I have here it is written wallet balance 0.000. I don't have any UBNs in this account. So to deposit to this address, I want you to note that Etherflyer has two accounts. There is an address for the wallet that you created, and there is another address for the exchange itself. So once you create a wallet, you create the wallet the way I showed you on Wednesday thing. When you create a wallet, you get an address, which is what I have here. This is my address. And this address, I have imported it in my Trust wallet. So in my Trust wallet, I can be able to deposit some coins there from my other address in the same wallet. Note that in one wallet, you can have more than one address. You can have in a single wallet, you can have more than one address, and you are able to create new addresses in the same wallet. But the two addresses, all the different addresses in one wallet, they are not linked, they are individual. So it is very safe for you to import this address to that wallet. And then because you're using your phone, if you have been using or you have interacted with the wallets, it's easy to send to an address in the phone. But at this particular time or in the exchange, you cannot interact with this address. We have been receiving a lot of questions on how to operate this. You can only work with this address on your phone. So you are going to deposit UBNs or ETH in your address that is in your phone, and then from there, this balance will change. When this balance changes, now you're supposed to transfer the UBNs that are in this wallet now to the wallet in the exchange. I hope I'm making sense because it's a little bit, you need to be very keen to get these. So I have to now, if tomorrow I'll deposit some UBNs tomorrow, and you'll be able to see the balance. And then I'm going to transfer the UBNs that are here by basically saying the amount of UBNs that I want to transfer to now the exchange itself. Now the UBNs that I will transfer here will be the UBNs that are tradable. All right, so that is how to deposit UBN in this exchange. I know there might be some questions about this. So if at all you have a question, kindly, because it's easier to work with questions, especially when it comes to Etherflyer. So if at all you have a question, kindly text me in the chat room and I'm going to go through them, or I'll leave my number in the chat room and then you can maybe text me individually or personally, and I'm going to tackle the question tomorrow in tomorrow's session. So that is how you deposit UBN in the exchange. So you go to my asset, then you uncheck the hide zero balance button, and then you search for UBN, you click on deposit, and then you'll be able to deposit. To withdraw, you click on withdraw apply, and then if at all you have traded, it means your exchange wallet will have some Ubricoins. So those Ubricoin, you are going to transfer them to your address. This is my address, which is the same with this one. So when I transfer them to here, it definitely means that I can get them on my phone because I will have linked these to my wallet in the phone. So when I do that, I'm going to say how many UBNs I want to transfer, and then I'm going to just hit withdraw, right? And then you need to remember your password, so you're going to put your password here. All right, so that is that. I can see we have someone who commented on the chat room. I don't know, let me check what that is. So how to find UBN address in MetaMask. Sorry, how to create address of UBN in MetaMask. So how to create an address of UBN in MetaMask. This is a different, I think we should do a session for the wallet or something like that, because MetaMask is a wallet, a desktop wallet, and I don't know if mine is still intact. I rarely use this MetaMask wallet, but I think we can handle that in another day, or maybe I can create a session for that. So I'll text my number. So the other thing that we can do in the Etherflyer, maybe I can just go through the basics of Etherflyer. So we said to go to the exchange, if you want to go to the part where you are able to trade, you point at the exchanges, then on the drop-down menu, you click on the main board. Then it is going to take you to the exchange where you can trade with your coins. Let me click here. Okay. I'll go back. Right. Let's see if it will comply now. Yes. So yes, we are here. We're already here. So we said when you get here, you want to make sure that you're in the right market. And being in the right market, I mean UBN ETH market. So to change this, you're going to click on the arrow, and then you're going to search for UBN here. When I search for UBN, you can see UBN is already here, so I can just click on UBN ETH market, and this is going to take me to the UBN ETH market. From there, I can be able to see how to trade UBN in this market. So you want to make sure that this is actually UBN ETH. And from here, this is a graphical representation of the trade history, which is all here in data. So you don't need to struggle with that. So we have, I'll start on the farthest right of the exchange, where we have the market history. You can see we said green is buy and red is sell. Never forget that. Green is buy and red is sell, because this exchange do not show or do not tell you what the reds are and what the green is. So we said that the red is sell order and the green is buy orders. So do not confuse the two and be very careful. And in this exchange, the buy orders, they start from the top to bottom, and then the sell orders, they start from bottom up. Okay, so make sure that when you're clicking, when you want to, for example, if you want to buy UBNs, you want to click on the sell orders, and the first sell order is the bottom one, the last bottom red, you know, the 0.00000001. So you are going to click here if you want to buy UBN, which is what we are encouraging people. So take note of this. Like, you want to click on this order. When you click on it, it's going to autofill this. I hope you saw before this was not filled, it was just blank. So when you click here, it autofill the price, and there is where it's written amount. This is where you want to type how many UBNs do you want to buy, and then when you type that, you can be able to, you can now see you can now activate these, the buy, and then you hit buy, and your coins will be, you will have bought UBNs, and when you go to your address, you will see your UBNs have increased. So that is how to buy Ubricoins, and that is what basically the basics in this exchange. Unless we have a question, I think I'm done. Dr. Macharia?
Yeah, okay, thank you so much, Susan.
Yes.
Are there any questions? And well, how much time do you have? We have some time. You can ask. Yeah, you can ask.
Maybe as they ask questions, I will take them through what I took them through yesterday. Yesterday we did return on investment. This is something that we want to emphasize a lot because this is where you benefit. So can I take them through that?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is now what UBNs means to you.
Yes. Yeah. Sure. So I'm going to take you to the website where we get that. It's called CoinCost. So you go to your browser, you type in CoinCost. When you type in CoinCost, you select the first list there, and then from there you can be able to search for UBN here. When you search for UBN, you get UBN. So CoinCost is a website that do coin analytics. Like they analyze coins, and you can be able to see since when Ubricoin was made, you can be able to see the trend that it has been taking. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on UBN. When I click on UBN, we have some information about Ubricoin here, but what we are interested in is the graph. And in this graph, I'm going to take the 200-day trading. So when I get here, I want to uncheck the price in BTC because what we are interested in is the price in USD. So I'm going to uncheck this button so that you can be able to see the blue graph well. Okay, we have 10 minutes, but I'll be done before then. All right. So, but we can still work with it. Well, this one is still there because it's it has hung, but I have the Word document with me. Maybe I can share that, and then after I explain that, we can come back and see the graph. So what I did, I took some numbers and dates from the graph of when you could have bought UBNs in the exchanges, and I have done. I did that. I did some calculation to see how much you can make when you buy and then sell the UBNs later. My laptop has hung. I'm trying to unshare this so that I can share my Word document, but I can't seem to get there. So Dr. Macharia,
yes.
Maybe you can check if there are some questions before I sort this out.
We don't have any question in the chat room. It's okay.
Okay.
But, yeah. But maybe you can even illustrate without showing this, because if somebody bought, you see this graph on the extreme left is showing October.
You can see the graph.
Yeah, on the left side is October, when UBN was just going there, crawling on the ground. And then if you come up to the January, that's when you announce that people should do what? They should, oh, this your Microsoft Word.
Okay. It has not loaded in my side.
It has loaded for us.
Microsoft Word.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how to go about this.
Just say it. It's online, but now you have removed it. So people, you see these spikes in January. There are 3 spikes between January and February 10. and these people buying off UBN from the market. Maybe there are groups of people or it's an individual, and then there was a quiet, but you can see the trend is that it's increasing and rising very, very slowly towards March when we had another buyout, and then comes when people buy individually, then the price spikes up and then drops down. That is what is not good. And then buys individually, it spikes up and then goes down, and then you can see in March we had a one spike, and then now April another large spike. Okay, that's basic. First of all, basically what's going on in this. This is called a 200-day moving average for UBN. But even when it is moving like that, the graph is still rising. It's like taking off the ground like a plane, very slowly, and rising to where we are getting to 20th April, and the price is still up. Now, if you bought UBN at around January 13th, today that UBN has multiplied in value to 2,000%. Did you get your Microsoft Word?
Not yet.
Yeah, so what Susan has calculated is that the percentage change in the UBN that you're holding is 2,000%, such that if you bought UBN with 1 ETH, which was just 1 ETH that time, that value for the UBN has multiplied 2,000%. So it's very, very tidy return on investment. And that is really what the story is. If you don't wait to buy UBN and hold it now, the price is still low and favorable, such that now when you look at the 200-day moving average, your change will be much more than 2,000%. And so let's see how much time we have. I can show my screen on the side because I have that PowerPoint ready on this one, and this is what I want to show. I wanted to show in less than a minute, perhaps. Oh, there's 5 minutes. There's a lot of time to explain to you what is happening in that 200-day moving average. This is the value proposition and why we are proposing and showing this to you, so you understand why you must get the UBN now. UBN has got two values. On one value is the utility value, and the other value is commodity value. Now, as you know, Bitcoin had only one value, which is a commodity value, and so that's why it took Bitcoin a while to get up there. We have shown you this model again, which we call the sustainable One Health, and we won't go into much details because right now we only have 5 minutes to illustrate this. But utility value is created by us activating the fourth element, which is known as economic health. Economic health is fourth element of health production. And here you see two circles. One circle is above the other circle. In the top circle, we have animal health, human health, environmental health working together to create what people call One Health. Since 1971, the World Health Organization has been talking about that, but has not produced any health. The lower circle is known as the sustainability health, which was given to us by Elkington in 1972, and shows human, environment, and economy interacting together to produce, a healthy society. Why hasn't it worked? Because these two circles, one from the World Health Organization and the other one from the business theory, they are missing one thing. So the sustainability theory misses animal health, the One Health misses economic health. So the Ubricoin project combined both of them to create the functional structure, which you see here, which June has showed to us. In this structure, you see you have three elements, and it's called the fourth element triad. We have the community, and inside of it, there is the URCC, and then we have Sokojanja, and then we have knowledge. Details of this we explained in this morning presentation, which we'll share with you as well, so you don't get left behind. But let's go to commodity value. As you see, this business model creates utility value, but the commodity value is exactly what has happened to Bitcoin. Since Bitcoin was invented in 2009 and put in market in 2010, Bitcoin was crawling on the ground, until 2017. Then boom, something started happening, and Bitcoin is now rising in a J-shaped curve, which is called a hockey stick, to $20,000 per coin. $20,000 per coin. Isn't that nice? Now, and this was happening only on the commodity aspect, and this is what we are looking at in our image here. At the very, very beginning on the extreme left, you have UBN going crawling. It tries to spike up, then it doesn't pick up because only maybe one person has bought UBN. This one you call people in January to come and mop up the UBN from Phoenix box because there was 2 billion UBNs in the market, and now this UBN now we started selling, and the price is just increasing, and slowly. Then we did another call, and people came in and bought out quite above UBN, but the price is rising, and then it tried to spike again this month, but it didn't come. What happened? It didn't come up. We have 2 minutes. It started rising, but it did. The UBN did not come up because there was what? We did not continue buying. This time we are not going to let it come down again, because what we are going to do is go to that market right now in in a Phoenix box. We have about 500 million UBN, and now if we call everyone in our network, each person, to buy UBN, maybe 1 million UBN each person, then this graph will go up there and stay up there. And of course, between January and today, we have 2,000% increase in value of UBN. But if we want a lot more increase, and of course, once people have bought that UBN, we won't come back. And this is what is going to happen somewhere between now and June. June Washira. This is what's going to happen between now and June, that we're going to get this inflection point and then climbing, creating this J-stick or what's called hockey stick graph, where it goes to the very top. And you don't want to come and start buying UBN here, like what is happening in Bitcoin in 2018, that became too expensive for people to afford. And remember, Bitcoin had no utility value like this one. Bitcoin had no utility value. Because of the utility value, I was talking to university people talking about the UBN is a transport, low entropy channel for transportation of knowledge, of high entropy knowledge, then UBN value is going to rise very fast. So for you as an investor, this is what you're looking for, and it's going to come up. But when you buy the UBN now, go to Phoenix box today, book or buy as many UBNs as possible, but also tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell your enemies particularly, because when your enemies